In this video we will talk about enjoying Guild Wars 2, but instead of just telling you what to do when you start or reach the max level, we are focusing on something far more crucial, on your mindset and expectations from the game. If you are like me, you might have come from other MMORPGs, hearing praises about Guild Wars 2, yet struggled to connect with it. I've been trying to get into this title for many years, and every time I felt directionless, confused, and then ultimately uninterested to log in to the Guild Wars 2, until I eventually removed it from my computer. But in late 2023, something has finally clicked for me with the game. I finally grasped how to approach Guild Wars 2 in a way that brought me genuine enjoyment, and I also realized what went wrong before. So, what changed? I think I broke free from the relentless gear treadmill, a staple in most MMORPGs, where vertical gear progression resets with each new update. Another issue lies in the treatment of content before reaching max level in most MMOs. Zones often feel barren, and the leveling experience can feel like a solitary journey akin to playing a single-player game. It's an extended tutorial that overstays its welcome, leading many players to rush through it to reach to what they perceive as the good part. This rush, I believe, strips away the true enjoyment of the game, and rediscovering the pleasure in the entire journey of Guild Wars 2, not just the endgame raids, revitalized my love for MMORPGs. So, in this video, I will provide you with some key tips for approaching Guild Wars 2 in a way that allows you to savor the experience just as I have. Let's dive in. I have never been much of an exploration type of a gamer, nor a completionist. Such lack of derived pleasure from exploration was a big part of the reason why I actually bounced from Guild Wars 2 over the years. Everyone talks about completing maps and exploring them, but that sounds rather boring to me. It was only when I stopped chasing endgame, when I learned to be more spontaneous with how I played the game, and ironically to enjoy exploration. I actually started treating maps exploration as puzzles that I need to solve. Plus, gaining access to mounts with time helped me a lot since they are the best in the genre in Guild Wars 2. So what actually helped me enjoy the game was becoming more relaxed and easygoing about how my session goes and getting lost in the world of Tyria. Some days I just log in and see a lot of legendary bounty parties, and so I join them. Perhaps another day my guild runs hero point trains, which helps me unlock new specializations on my alt character. And then, on the other occasion, I feel like participating in world bosses, meta events, or progress a story chapter which I have neglected up until now. Basically, you don't have to just do the events or the fractals. You can mix things up depending how you feel on each day and what's currently going on in the game. Say you are running to an objective, but see an event popping up nearby. Allow yourself to get distracted. Jump in, have fun, and you will thank yourself later. I also suggest that you should get into a guild. See, the community of Guild Wars 2 is the nicest and the most helpful I have ever experienced in MMORPG. It's not a coincidence actually, since the game promotes being helpful and is designed to attract people who enjoy helping others. And the game is so much better with the guild. If you find a nice, active group, then you may have good giggles, but also nice guild events and missions. Guilds I have joined organize races, hero train runs, and trainings for raids. There is a guild which calls itself Guild Wars University, with heavy intent to help and teach other players. I don't know about you, but I find this approach from the community very unique for the genre. All in all, joining a guild makes experiencing Guild Wars 2 so much easier and definitely more fun. Moving on, the way people talk about instanced group content can be intimidating for Guild Wars 2 newbie. You often hear about DPS logs for raiding, people talking about also kill proofs, and all this talk made me anxious about joining any instanced groups. And so I waited and waited way too long before starting to do daily fractals on first tier. And so, just like with the most things in life, I wish I did it earlier because it's fun and approachable. So I suggest that you do not let the narrative around raiding push you away from getting into instances as soon as you have your build, exotic set, and a general idea what your skills are actually doing. If you like running dungeons in MMORPGs, just post on looking for group or join existing group for fractals. First fractals are very easy. Plus, when you state you are a new player, people are actually very helpful. Most will explain what needs to be done or will be just forgiving to you, allowing you to learn as you go. And if you join a guild, as I mentioned before, check if they organize strikes or raid trainings. You should get much better experience there than in a random group. Now, let's talk about testing out different classes, specializations, game modes and activities. We all have initial idea of what we like in MMORPGs based on our past experiences, right? Personally, I tend to like big two-hand sword warriors, which fits my nickname. I also rarely enjoy PvP in MMORPGs, but in Guild Wars 2 I actually found myself having fun with pistol-wielding engineer who summons his mechanical companion. I also enjoyed my time in World vs. World experience, and even though I normally dislike open world gameplay and usually focus on instanced group content in MMORPGs, in Guild Wars 2 I am actually having a blast running world bosses and meta events. So try things out and leave your assumptions about your preferences at the door. Guild Wars 2 offers a lot of variety in playstyles and activities you can perform even if you are focused only on one game mode like PvE. And if you are like me, you will enjoy this diversity to help you keep the game fresh and not feeling like it's a tedious busy work. Well, that is if you allow yourself to. Next, let's discuss setting up your personal goals in Guild Wars 2. This game can be overwhelming in terms of direction, especially if you just reached max level. So many things to unlock, so many build options to try, what to do next. The game does not help with choosing a direction either. Unlike many other MMORPGs, you don't progress gradually while being handheld by the game. You have to decide on your own what you want to unlock next. And depending on your character, this might be actually quite intimidating and discouraging. It also doesn't help that our attention span shortens and craving for instant easy dopamine kick is probably at the all-time high. And in Guild Wars 2, most of your goals at the max level will be long-term. Obtaining legendary gear or unlocking all mounts? This will take really long time. And unlike other games, you won't have flashy loot popping up from every boss to get you going. Instead, your inventory and wallet will flood with countless types of materials and currencies, each drop bringing you a bit closer to one long-term goal or the other, but without instant reward. And so in Guild Wars 2, you will have rather constant smaller progression in a session towards a bigger goal that will materialize in some time. Personally, I don't think this rewards philosophy is better or worse type of satisfaction, just different than what you might be used to. And I am sure you will enjoy it much more once you accept it for what it is and what it has to offer. And lastly, I would like to reiterate the point I made in the intro of this video. To take your time and enjoy the process of playing Guild Wars 2 rather than just rushing to the endgame. It may sound really trivial, but just have fun while you play the game. Enjoy playing it rather than trying to get done with it. Remember, you are already late by like 12 years, so few days here or there of not being a max level player is not going to do you any harm. Plus, once you reach max level, obtaining your basic endgame gear would be actually very easy. Entire exotic gear set can be bought for like few gold pieces, so don't stress about that. After all, games should be played for fun, and I think sometimes we forget about that, at least in MMORPGs. So find out what you like doing, explore, experiment, get involved with events, and don't worry about the time it takes for you to level up or complete any goal you've set for yourself. These are my tips on how to set yourself up for enjoying Guild Wars 2. What do you guys think? If you played this game already and enjoy it, does my mindset resonate with you? Perhaps you have some good tips which I haven't mentioned in this video. If so, Drop them in the comment section below to help fellow players enjoy this awesome game. And if you enjoyed this video, then I would highly appreciate a like. And if you want to see more content from me in the future, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.